My son didn't ask me for toys. He said, I want you, mummy. There is one sentence my son said to me that I don't think I will ever forget. He didn't ask me for toy. He didn't ask me for money. He didn't ask me for anything. He simply asked, I want you, mummy. And those three words made me stop. Because sometimes life teaches us the biggest lessons through the simplest sentences. Let me tell you why those words meant so much to me. For many years, I had worked every hard to build my career. I came from Kavar and I studied in Kannada medium government school. I had dreams of studying further, building a career and becoming financially independent. My journey was not always easy. There were financial challenges. There were moments when I was not sure whether I would be able to continue my education, but I kept going. I completed my MBA. I entered the banking sector. I worked hard. I moved away from home. I learned new things. I faced challenges. I changed roles. I grew in my career. Eventually, I became a branch head, and I was proud of that because I knew how much effort had gone into reaching there. For me, being financially independent was never just about money. It represented confidence, it represented freedom, it represented the feeling that I can stand on my own feet. So I kept pushing myself, even when work was demanding, even when I was tired, even when life outside work was needed my attention. I kept telling myself, I can manage. And maybe many working professionals are like that. We become very good at managing work, managing deadlines, managing family, managing responsibilities, managing everyone else's expectations. And whenever we feel tired, we tell ourselves, I'll manage. Whenever we are overwhelmed, I will manage. Whenever we need a break, later we'll take a break. And slowly, without realizing it, we become so busy managing everything that we stop asking ourselves how I am actually doing. That feeling because I have lived it. There was a point in my life when I had to step away from my banking career, and honestly, that was not an easy decision for me. After being professionally active and financially independent for years, suddenly being at home made me question myself. I started asking who I am now and what should I do next? How I build something of my own? How can I continue to grow while also being present for the people I love? I didn't have all the answers, but I knew I didn't wanted to give up on myself. I wanted to work. I wanted to earn. I wanted to build something meaningful which can help me and others too. And at the same time, I wanted to be present. And then came that conversation with my son. I don't want to share all the personal circumstances around that conversation because some parts of our lives are meant to remain private. But I will share what matters. I asked him something, and his answer was, I don't want toys. I don't want money. I want you, mommy. And honestly, that hit me very deeply because suddenly I realized something. All these years, I had been thinking about what I could give my family: a better life, financial security, comfort, opportunities. But my child was reminding me that sometimes the most valuable things we can give someone is not something we can buy, it is our presence. And I want to be very clear that moment didn't make me believe that a woman should not work, didn't make me believe that career is less important. It didn't make me give up on financial independence. Quite the opposite. I still want to build my career. I still want to become financially independent. I still have dreams, but I started thinking differently. I started asking, can I build success without losing myself in the process? Can I have ambition and still have peace? Can I work and still emotionally be present? Can I take care of my family without completely forgetting myself? Can I be successful without constantly feeling guilty? And those questions became very important to me. When you are at work, you may feel guilty that you are not with your family. When you are with your family, you may think about the work waiting for you. When you are resting, you may feel guilty that you should be productive. And eventually, you don't feel fully present anywhere. You are physically there, but mentally somewhere else. And that can be exhausting. That's when I started learning more deeply about stress, emotional wellness, mindset, and coaching. And slowly I realized that my own experiences were teaching me something. I didn't have to throw away my past. I could use that I had learned from it. Because I realized that sometimes the biggest struggles for a working professional is not simply workload, it is the emotional pressure underneath it, the guilt, the constant feeling that you are not doing enough. I could use what I learned from it. My years in banking, the pressure, the responsibility, the expectations, the transition, the identity change, the struggle to balance different parts of my life. All of that gave me a deeper understanding of what many working professionals silently experience. And that's why today I am an emotional wellness coach for working professionals. I don't believe emotional wellness means that you will never feel stressed. Life will have pressure, work will have deadlines, responsibilities will always exist. But I believe we need to learn how to recognize what is happening inside us before we completely lose ourselves in the process. Sometimes we don't need someone to tell us what to do. Sometimes we simply need a safe space where we can say, "This is what I am feeling," without judgment, without pretending, without saying, "I am fine," when you are not actually fine. And that's what I want to create through my coaching, a space where working professional can pause, reflect, understand themselves, and take their next step with more clarity. Because today, when I look back and I don't see my career break as the end of my professional journey, I see it as the beginning of a different chapter. A chapter where I am learning that success is not only about how much we achieve, it is also about how we feel while achieving it. And that is something I want to remind every working professional watching this. Don't wait until you completely burn out to ask yourself how you are doing. Don't wait until your relationship starts suffering. Don't wait until your body starts demanding your attention. Don't wait until you look at your life and wonder, when did I stop enjoying it? Pause now. Ask yourself, what do I need? Maybe you need rest. Maybe you need a conversation. Maybe you need boundaries. Maybe you need a reconnect with yourself. Maybe you simply need permission to stop carrying everything alone. And if this story touched something inside you, I want to know that you don't have to figure everything out alone. I am Shubhangi Shenvi, emotional wellness coach for working professionals. If you are feeling emotionally overwhelmed, disconnected from yourself, or simply unsure about what needs to change, you can reach out to me for one-to-one emotional clarity session. My contact number is on screen. You can call me. You don't need to have all the answers before you reach out. Sometimes one honest conversation can help you see what you have been unable to see on your own. And whatever I think about that day, I remember my son's simple words: I don't want toys. I don't want money. I want you. Maybe he was just expecting what he wanted in that moment. But for me, those words became a reminder that while I am building my life, I also want to present for the life I am building. And maybe that's the balance we are all searching for. Not choosing between career and family, but learning how to create space for career, family, and ourselves. Because you matter too. I am Shubhangi Shenvi. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.